Analyst Ron Aledo joins me on the line. Welcome, Ron. Now, after the announcement, speculation about links to the alleged hacking of the US election by Russia have appeared, I understand, quite frequently in the media over in the US. Although the Department of Justice has denied there is any connection. Let's just have a quick listen to what was said. OK, because we don't have that comment coming from the Department of Justice, but they said that there isn't a connection with the hacking of the DNC. So, if that's the case, why is the media making that link?
Well, I absolutely think there is no link. The media will try to push it because the media obviously wants to promote the hacking story that Obama created. Let me explain you something. I think that the hacking story that we saw in December, in the things that we heard in early January, that was a desperate, pathetic attempt from Obama to put a cloud over Trump's victory. That was a desperate attempt, obviously political attempt. It had nothing to do with real intelligence. It was just propaganda. It was just a political, pathetic attempt. This investigation is not that. This investigation has been going on for many months. It comes from long before that. So they are two separate investigations, two separate things. One is a political theater, the plot that Obama did in December, pathetic, desperate attempt, and this is a real law enforcement investigation.
Now, where it gets a little bit confusing, I think, is, according to the Department of Justice, one of these hackers was provided with sensitive information, according to them, by the Russian FSB, which he later used to avoid getting caught. So the accusation is that it's FSB members working with the hackers, but at the same time leaking secret, confidential Russian government information. Can you make those two seemingly contrasting pieces of information make sense?
Listen, commenting from from open sources only. I don't have any background on the classified information that the FBI has right now. I only can comment on classified open sources. But looking at this from classified open sources, it looked to me like this was a double agent operation that went bad at some point, because one of the supposedly FSB agents or employees was arrested by the Russian government. And then right now, the American government also charged him. So it looks to me that this is a double agent operation, that at some point it went wrong, and now both governments are trying to save face. That is what it appears to me, just based on these open sources. The thing that the Department of Justice and the FBI will look into hackers, that's nothing new. That's normal. They look into who hack American corporations, who hack into American government. They try to find a guilty player. That's nothing abnormal. The thing of one of these supposedly FSB agents also been arrested by the Russian government for treason, that have all the clout, they have all the ingredients. I mean, I'm just talking from experience of being a double agent operation that went bad at some point.
And just to clarify, when you're talking about double agent, are you talking about originally a Russian agent who then is turned over to work for the US authorities?
That person that was arrested by the Russian government, that worked for the FSB, was arrested on high treason charges, and now is also charged by the US government for hacking into the US corporation. That specific person, they have the appearance of being a double agent, somebody who was either working for the Russians and appears to be working for the United States, or who, by the contrary, who was working for the United States and he pretended that he was working for the Russian. That's what we call a double agent. I'm not saying that it is, but you have the appearance of being a double agent operation that went bad just because both governments charge the same person.
Yeah, and of course there's no way we could assert that with any confidence whatsoever, just a working theory. It all depends, of course, on the evidence, which isn't always forthcoming when it comes to allegations against Russian officials. Do you think we will see some concrete evidence in this case made public?
Yes, obviously. Now it's just the beginning. The indictment is just the first step. The grand jury, the indictment of the official charges, I think was one arrest in Canada. Now, through the next months, we will see more developments on the case. We will see more evidence. We will see the defense position into this. And once this goes to court, the trial begins, we will see a lot more into this. Right now, we're just scratching the surface.
Okay, Ron, many thanks for joining us on RT. Ron Aledo, former CIA analyst, my guest.